What's going on, boys, gentlemen? We are making a yogurt high protein Greek god aesthetic breakfast. Now, I'm looking at the macros here, and this is really good. 446 calories with 40 grams of protein. Not only that, this is gonna be done very fast, 5 minutes. I don't like to waste my time. I want quick protein in the morning. I don't wanna cook up something that's gonna take too long, and I want something that's gonna keep me full. So we also have black coffee to blunt the hunger, to give more energy. Now, first up, we've got eggs, the oikos. You can use any type of non-fat Greek yogurt, and blueberries for more micronutrients and a little bit of carbs. But this is just the first meal of the day. I like to have multiple different meals, and right now we're warming up the pan. It's already hot, ready to go. And then I'd also put in some salt normally, but we also don't have that. But it's all good because the only thing we need is protein. So anyways, we got the lid on. That will help it cook a lot faster with the lid on top. Blueberries. So I'm gonna take the blueberries, put it in the bowl. We're gonna do about a cup here. Don't have any measuring tools, so I'm gonna eyeball. I'll say that's about a cup or so. Gonna put it in the microwave. 1 minute. That fast, already done. 1 minute. Take your yogurt. This is about 100 calories, 90 calories, 15 grams of protein. If you want, you could add in more things, but honestly, blueberries, they're very sweet. They taste very good. This is what you should be having instead of ice cream. It can taste like ice. It's a good replacement. If you have a sugar craving, do this instead. Don't eat ice cream. That'll make you fat. This will get you jacked. All right. And if you need more sugar, you can throw in honey. That's pretty good. Wow. Oh my goodness. And the vanilla flavor in here makes it even better. Wow, this is literally ice cream, guys. Wow. The eggs are finished. They're done cooked already. Just how I like them, a little runny, but not too runny. So we're gonna think it. Flip it down, flip it down. Uh-oh. This is the problem when you don't have olive oil, guys. If you spray your pans with olive oil, it'll come out a little faster. So we're a little cooked, but look at that. Delicious. I don't want to have any protein wasted, so I'm making sure I get all the egg whites in the pan. Wow, that is beautiful. Yeah, it's really that simple. You don't have to overcomplicate it. That was done in, I don't know, just a few minutes. I'm gonna eat it, and I'm gonna go back to work, hit the gym. We gotta start your morning off strong. If you're starting off your morning with Cinnamon Toast Crunch and no protein, how do you think you're gonna get jacked? How is that gonna be possible? It doesn't work, bro. Now I know Sam Stolk does that, but he's on gear. But he's also hitting his protein goal as well. So you can do Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you just gotta be adding protein to your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. If you're just eating like a typical week breakfast, you're gonna look like a typical week dude, and you cannot be having that. If you have this, you're gonna be starting your day off right. That's all I can say here. Let's go. We made it at the hill. We started at the bottom, but we made it to the top now. That's what happens when you actually never stop. Let's go. We made it to the top, the very top of the map. Map is literally unloaded. Climbed up this entire hike here. The view. Look at this view. Absolutely insane, bro. W view. But this view is better. Sexy ass men here. Making me so fucking hard. Hey, yo, pause. Let's go. Yo, where's my driver at? Excuse me, is this my car? Yo, I'm trying to look for my driver.
Where's our driver?
There's no driver.
Where's our driver?
Yo, who's driving the car right now?
See the back seat card, bro? Oh shit! How does it know I'm not driving?
I'm just
Where's
turning.
our drive?
Oh, where's our driver?
It's not there. We don't have a driver.
Where'd he go?
We made it to Muscle Beach. About to get the fattest back and bicep pump. We're starting off with the lat pull down here, targeting the lats. Let's see, we got 140 pounds. Let's go.
Yeah, for instance, right?
It's not that I can't learn, right? It's that it takes me longer to learn things.
Honestly,
but when I get it, I really
it's a little too light.
You get what I'm saying?
I think we can go a little heavier. Let's see. Let's push it.
Okay,
Should I
well,
try
that's
200? 200 is low-key ego lifting. But as long as we get some good reps in, you should work.
Trained up.
If their people fail, they get caught funding. So you can't fail. You just got to stay in the apprenticeship longer, and then you got to retake the course, just like in the ocean.
All right, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Bro, what is this? What is he doing here? Look at this lat pull down machine. Damn. Bro is getting big as hell. Like, would you rather lift lighter weights and then look like shit? Or would you rather lift heavier weights and just, you know, maybe you're not as big, but you're strong as hell? The thing is, you need both. You need both, and those last couple of reps, you could do 5 more. You kidding me? Always go 5 more. There's always more. If you're not doing the extra 5 reps, and then you know what? We can do assisted reps here, because when it gets tough, I can give him a little assistance just to bust out those extra couple reps. Keep going, keep going. Let's go, let's go. He's him. Ah, push, 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 push. Let's go. You don't even need to pay for a gym membership. We got this whole setup here completely for free. And motherfuckers will still complain about buying a membership and making excuses when you literally can just go outside and start lifting heavy as fuck. If you're still small, what are you doing, bro? You don't need a gym membership. You can just go to this gym and start getting jacked as fuck. It's that simple. Let's see if we get a good pump. Damn, I really feel it here in the lats. I need a spot. Help, help, help.
You gotta go to you got that. You got that.
Damn, this burns. Fuck. There we go. Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, that is what it feels like. That's what you have to do to get them big lats. We're trying out the weighted pull-up because, listen, weighted calisthenics, you gotta have a compound movement, and this is one of the best compound movements for your lats, your whole entire back. You could just do this and get huge from it. Let's see. Let's see if I can still do this.
Later, bro.
Oh, oh yeah. One more. Come on. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Easy 12 reps. Once you can do 15 reps, start adding weight. Now, to get a just massive lat pump, I highly recommend doing the lat pullovers. Get a deep stretch, pre-exhaust your lats, so you get warmed up before you do a rowing movement. Now you wanna pull with your elbows. Oh, no, okay, wait, this is low-key heavy as fuck. Hold on. There we go. Now, most people, they use their triceps, and that's not gonna hit your back at all. You wanna pull down, pull to your sides, and spread apart. And fully go the whole way. Get the full contraction, full range of motion. Okay, I'm gonna spot my client right here. I'm gonna show him how to properly engage his lats during the lat pull over. Okay, so you might wanna start with a little lightweight. Go here, and then pull down to your sides, spread it apart. A little too much, I would bend over a little harder like that. Okay, there you go, daddy. Wait, pause. All right, and then I would bend over even more, step a little farther back. Perfect, perfect. And pull down to your sides, yep. And then you should be feeling it. Yeah, keep going. Pull even farther back if you can. Yep, and then you should be feeling it right here. Yep, lean even farther, a little more. Yeah, perfect, perfect. And then pull all the way down, yeah. And then pull higher up, like to your pockets. And then imagine like you're sweeping down, like it's a sweeping motion, yep.
There it is.
And then you fully stretch and you fully get the full range of motion. You let them open up and then you pull down all the way. And that is how you properly target your lats, and you just keep going until you can't go anymore because you can't leave anything behind. If you go to the gym and you leave with reps in the tank, you're a failure. You do not want to leave the gym being a failure. Okay.
That was the one. That when he said go to your pockets, that's
Okay.
when I started feeling it
Okay,
a lot.
fire.
Try that. Go to your.
Let's go. Now, I don't normally do this one because we do the chest supported a ton, but this is the T-bar row. Bend, keep your chest up, and go, and pull. There we go. Oh yeah, that feels good. Go all the way down. This is how you get that thickness in your upper back. Okay, you know what? We can do even a little more. Let's see how it feels. Oh yeah. Pump cover's coming off. We're starting to get used to some of the pump.
So much for the bulk.
We're doing the preacher curls now. Amazing for the short head of the bicep, for the bicep peak. Make sure to use no momentum and go all the way down. There we go. Okay, let me try one more. Just absolutely smashed back and biceps. You know, I never understand why people say they can't go to the gym because it's too far away, it costs too much money. We just literally came out here for free. This is way better than the YMCA, way more equipment, got the fattest pump over life, and we get to take off our shirts and get a tan and look jacked. But what other gym is gonna let you do that? A lot of gym, they can't even let you record. They're afraid of you taking off your shirt and mogging. But here, nobody gives a fuck. The aura at this gym is next level. No other gym has this type of aura. When are you gonna come to a place where you can feel literally the OG legends, the OG golden era bodybuilders, where this is where it all started. No other gym has this sort of type of aura, not even close. If you want more coaching, if you need help, guidance, reaching this Greek god physique that you're looking for, apply for coaching, look at my bio. Appreciate it, boys. Are you filming something too, or?
I just film my skate tricks, so that's all good.
Okay, cool.
What's up, man? Zach.
Zach, nice to meet you. I'm Bryn.
Bryn?
Yeah, Bryn.
Oh, Bryn, nice to meet
Bryn.
you, man.
I just want to know, how long have you been lifting for?
Since 2013.
2013?
So, about 12 years, yeah.
12 years, wow, okay.
I'm almost 30 now, so I
Oh,
started
wow.
17 and a half, I think, or 18.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And is this like naturally achieved, or have you been?
Not naturally achieved.
Not natural?
Yeah. But, yeah, I use TRT. And then for like routine-wise, I follow a variation of like Mike Mentzer's heavy duty. So I train each muscle once per week. I break that into a 3-day split. So I do like low volume but very high intensity.
Okay.
And I'm also vegan.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, man.
How long does your workouts last?
For like, usually between 20-25 minutes if I'm not messing around or talking to people, but usually never really over 30-40 minutes.
30-40 minutes max.
Yeah, so I used to be a guy that would go twice a day and do high volume. And I think even when you're using enhancers, it's not the best route because many people get addicted to lifting weights and getting a pump, and it doesn't really equal results all the time.
Right.
And many people keep going to the gym under-recovered and overtrained, which I've done for a very long time. And I got my best results when I lowered my volume, took more rest days, trained harder with heavier weights. Basically doing a variation of what Arthur Jones and Mike Menser invented, which was heavy-duty training, and then Dorian Yates also did a variation of that.
So how many times a week do you do weightlifting?
3.
3?
So I do lower body, chest and back, and core, and then shoulders and arms.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have competed in the past, but right now I'm just I'm more into skateboarding, actually.
Okay, so
I started doing this.
And that's what you do for cardio?
Yeah, cardio and just for my other skill set.
Do you do any other type of cardio, like treadmill or anything like that?
No, I don't. I would if I was getting ready for a show and I had to get ultra lean.
Right.
Because I know my body fat could be a little lower, but on a regular basis, I just mainly like go to the beach to walk my dog, skateboard, and I work as a waiter, so I do a lot of steps doing that.
Oh, dope. And
yeah, I think cardio is good though for cardiovascular health.
what is, now you say you're vegan, what is your diet like? How do you get enough protein?
Yeah.
How much protein?
So it's not that hard. I know that's one of the misconceptions. Like, you just have to find stuff you like. I try to follow like a low saturated fat, low cholesterol diet because I found following a traditional bodybuilding diet, I kept running into high cholesterol. Obviously, that's not helping with the enhancers, but it can be mitigated dramatically. So my LDL used to be in like the 150 range, which is your bad cholesterol. Now it's always in the 60s, 70s. But I mostly eat brown rice, lentils, extra firm tofu, TVP, which is textured vegetable protein, seitan, tempeh, and then just like potatoes, beans, bananas, fruit. But yeah, that's just what I did. I know everyone has their preferences.
Okay, now last question really, what is your all-time bench press PR?
You know, I haven't really done PRs. I should, but I only usually stay in like the 6 to 10 rep range.
Right.
But I know my squat is my strongest. I squat 315 for 12 up and down consistent reps.
Wow.
And that's that's kind of my go-to because my legs are my strong point. But I don't know my PRs.
So you don't bench anymore?
I do bench. I just don't know like 1 to 3 reps what I would do.
Got you.
You know.
How many reps do you do with bench?
So I almost always do 6 to 10.
6 to 10 with what type of weight, would you say?
Well, I always do, with like my heavy duty training, I always do a warm-up set, which is the same exercise I'm gonna do, just maybe half the weight I'm gonna do. So I go very light at first with a light weight, and then I do 1 to 2 working sets, kind of depends. For my working set, for say a bench press, it would probably be 45s on each side and 25s on each side. And then maybe that second set, I might have to take the 25s off if it's really intense. And the contractions are fluid, but really like contractions over weight.
Yeah.
So
you're not an ego lifter. You're not an ego lifter.
No,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I find if you're doing nice up and down movements without any pausing, I mean, pausing can be okay towards the very end, but not like in between, especially squats. A lot of guys go like 1, wait, and then the tension's lost.
Yeah.
To keep the tension going, you got to keep going. It makes it more intense. So you can make a weight feel a lot. You could say you lift more weight if you say squat 315 weight and then do it again. But that's significantly easier than going 1, 2, you know? So and it's like that for most exercises.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you, man. Yeah.
Yeah, nice
appreciate
to meet
you
man. Cool,
answering
man.
the questions.
And,
yeah.
Here's my card if you're
Oh,
posting
cool.
this somewhere. So
Sure.
just let me know.
yeah. Do you post on Instagram or anything? Or?
Yeah, I post like some skateboarding, some bodybuilding.
Cool.
Personal train too. So.
That's dope. That's what I've done as well.
Cool, man.
Just
Yeah,
trying
you're
to
in
do the
great
same
shape.
thing. The bodybuilding show in the summer, I got 3rd, but it was 4 people. So
Nice, man.
I might do it again down the line. I'm just trying to get lean bulk, get back to 315. That was or 325 was my max, and then I want to get back there and just.
Nice.
But I also want better cardio as well. Yeah, just be all well-rounded pretty much.
Basketball's good for cardio.
Right.
And how old are you?
I'm 21.
Cool, man. Yeah, I mean, sounds like you started lifting when I did, right? I started 17 or 18.
I started 16, yeah.
Oh, even earlier. Sweet.
Yeah, but.
Cool, man. Consistency is key. I'm sure you'll, I mean, you're in great shape. I'm sure you'll build your dream physique in no time, whatever that is.
100%. I'm thinking 200 pounds. Now, I thought about taking gear, but
There's pros and cons to
I
it.
would say I think I could achieve my dream physique naturally.
Yeah, I think way too many people use it too early. I think once you're consistently a certain weight for like a year, then maybe you could consider if you're really a hardcore bodybuilder. The thing is, my goal physique was always extreme. I always loved like Kevin Levrone and Bob Paris, and
Right.
right off the bat, that's what I wanted. So, I mean, to think I could be like them without in the interviews clearly stating what they were using, it would be impossible and delusional. But if your dream physique is something more of like, and I wouldn't even go with the guys these days because I don't even believe them. You have to look at before 1970 really, or 1967 when these things became prominent. So in the 50s and the 40s, those guys all lifted hard. Weightlifting's been around for longer than the 1970, which we know is the golden era. If you look at those physiques, there's some amazing physiques before the steroid era, and you can like look at those and be like, that's like what I want to achieve naturally. And really, it is best for your health to never use steroids or SARMs or anything like that. And occasionally I'll blast, but the number one thing is to get your blood work done, and and that's how you gauge dosaging for anything, like any drug. You start low, and then you do some blood tests and see if you're feeling okay, and you slowly increase it. And there's always a point of diminishing returns, though. I mean, you can't just. It's the same thing with weightlifting. You can't just curl all day and get bigger arms. It doesn't work like that. There's a cutoff point where it's just you don't get any more rewards for what you're putting in. It's the same thing for using something like TRT. You can't shoot a giant syringe of testosterone every day and get huge. You'll just run into serious side effects and health consequences. So really, everything has to be there: genetics, training, sleep, diet, and then if you want to put the icing on the cake and be an elite, the elite bodybuilder, you could do that. But I don't suggest it unless you're really, really into it. It costs money. It does affect your health a little bit. But if you want to go like competitive route, obviously you have to. If your dream physique is Kevin Levrone and Arnold, obviously you have to. But I don't think I'll be using it forever though. And if I do, it's going to be much lower than what it is in my 20s and 30s, which is like the fun time to be jacked, I guess.
That's
I don't
true.
think I'm going to care as much to be jacked when I'm 60 or 50 or even late 40s, to be honest.
You never know. You can never be
shape.
satisfied.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I'm 30 right now and I like being jacked. So
Definitely. And have you had to say, do you track calories or know how much you eat?
I generally eat the same thing every day. I haven't tracked in a while because I've just been eating the same thing day in, day out. I would guess it's around 3 to 3,500 right now.
Right.
But I try to go off the rule of just don't drink alcohol, try not to eat processed sugar. I try to eat very complex carbs, not like, white bread that spikes your insulin. I try to eat like lean protein. Obviously it's going to be vegan protein for me. So I don't eat like Beyond Meat much, which is like fatty protein that's vegan. I try to eat very low fats, like try not to use a lot of oil and spray, and fried foods I try to avoid completely.
So you have no cheat meals pretty much?
You know what, I'm kind of lucky in the aspect I don't crave food that much.
Right.
Like I've never been much of a cheat meal guy. I just I'm pretty cool with like eating, and I think that maybe I used to be, but I think that comes with like, once you stop eating a certain type of food for so long, you just don't care about it. That's why people think it's hard to be vegan. It's like, no, you actually lose all those cravings for meat and stuff, like after a couple weeks or even months of not eating them. The first couple weeks is hard, sure, it's like coming off steroids or coming off your favorite hobby, but then eventually you get used to it. Like I eat pretty plain almost all the time, and it keeps me super in shape year round. And now when I eat like a pizza, it actually like makes me pretty bloated the next day. But I'm not against it. Like I don't think it's gonna like ruin my physique.
Yeah, every now and then it's all right, but
yeah,
100%. Okay, well, cool.
Cool,
That's
man.
Me, man.
Well, good luck with your channel and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. I'll check out. I'll follow you on
Man.
Instagram.
Yeah, I'll follow you back. Try to do a trade flip, right? Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
But anyways, I just wanted to take this moment to just tell you guys that you can achieve anything. Like you can always achieve your goals. 6 months ago, we were broke as fuck living in Seattle, and 6 months later, we're still broke as fuck, but now we're in an Airbnb, so that's pretty cool in Santa Monica.
Progress. And you know
It's
what?
progress.
My first ever YouTube video was when I was 11 years old, and it was a GTA 5 gaming video. Now, look at it. Look at us. 10 years later, we're literally in GTA 5.
Granted, we're like level 5, but
Now
it's
we're
there.
just-
We're in the
now
starter house.
Now we're starting
We're there.
out in the real world.
We
That's
just
what it
spawned.
is.
We just spawned in the
in.
map.
I
New map.
literally look like my GTA character. When I was younger, I was like, damn, my GTA character is kind of jacked. Now I am my GTA character. Now I'm him.
Almost him. Almost him. We haven't escaped the Matrix yet, but the Matrix, we will make it out.
We won't let us attack us. Like
Our goal is to have a CEO office in Maze Bank, so that's the way.
our goal is to have an agency. Our goal is to have a
Motorcycle
nice
club.
car. Mainly just a whole freaking operation going on. Just
What kind of operations?
passive income, maybe some sex trafficking operations. We might as well do. Just take what we deserve, honestly. And some people, they deserve to get robbed, and we can do a heist, and they're actually gonna just sit there and take it. They can't stop us. So much cash to the point where we just have fuck you money. That's the point.
And we can just grief random NPCs in
yes,
the lobby, bro.
yes.